Hello, I'm back. Not for as long this time, but I had a nice little break. And of course, there's no games going on now, so people can't say there's a penalty, there's a free kick, there's a goal, there's this, that, and the other. So, again, I wondered how I'd feel if England went out of the World Cup, and I feel as calm as I could be. I am so over these sports, but I'm going to expose them. God's given me this gift to expose. That's how I see it. I'll expose whether I have one person support me or 1 million. So, again, I told you Harry Kane would score. If you're going to talk about gambling, if that's all you care about, the first comment is England won't be winning it then. Laughing emoji. That guy won't be laughing next year, is all I'm going to say. He won't be laughing. He won't be laughing. So, yeah, if you want to talk about gambling and picks and all that, I said in play Morocco will be winning, not conceding. I said Harry Kane would score with the most perfect riddle ever. I said both teams would score in this game on my website. And I said late, both teams are plus 350 if you think somebody's going to score late. I thought there was going to be a late goal. I've been keeping an eye on extra times and penalties. I didn't think, I was almost certain it wasn't going to penalties. I thought there's going to be a late drama here. And it went to France. And it went to Giroud, number 9. And if you look at France's goal scorers, number 8 and number 9. That's when the Queen died, 8 and 9. And then Harry Kane, number 9, made it 1-1, like 9-11. Number 9 made it 1-1. I told you with Saka, he was fouled in the build-up, or she was fouled in the build-up, number 17. France take the lead after 17 minutes. And then number 17 brings down number 17 for the penalty, in which Harry Kane scored. And then I told multiple people on my phone, he's going to miss this penalty. He's going to miss this penalty because it's his 80th game and he's on 53 goals. 8,053 is the 1,012th prime. Today's date is 10/12. That's why I said Harry Kane would score. His 80th game for England, got his 53rd goal. 8053 is the 1012th prime, 1012. That's today's date. So people in my website were like, do you think Kane's scoring again? I said, no, he ain't scoring again. He's done. He's done. And I nailed it. He scored. I thought England had the best riddle to win the World Cup than Argentina. And it hasn't hit. They're not winning the World Cup. It doesn't make me for 1 second question my work. I told you all about 42. I've told you that the winning team gets 42 million. The last World Cup final, France beat Croatia 4-2. The first ever World Cup final, Uruguay beat Argentina 4-2. The beast reigns for 42 months. Giroud just scored the winning goal exactly 42 weeks before his birthday. He replaced Benzema, who said he wasn't playing in this World Cup, with 42 days left in the year. This is what I'm saying. You can code as much as you want. You can laugh as much as you want. You can say Argentina are definitely winning it now. France have so many 42s. Croatia have 42. There's 42s everywhere because it's the beast. It's the beast. Harry Kane's penalty, skied it. Not in control. Not in control of his actions on the pitch. None of them are. So I told you that number 17 brought down number 17 for the penalty. Revelation 17:17. For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of God shall be fulfilled. That's Revelation 17:17. And number 17 brought down number 17. And the first goal of the game was because number 17 was fouled and France scored after 17 minutes. It was number 8. I just did a video about the number 8 and what that symbolizes. There was 8 minutes added time. So 98, when the Queen died. They had to give you late drama at the end. Rashford, free kick. Agonisingly wide. Maguire, agonisingly wide. England go out again because of a penalty. So I didn't tell you England would win. I said I thought they would qualify. I believed England would qualify. They didn't. I didn't say they would win. I don't say they will win. Hey, Gabriel, how you doing, baby? Yeah, this is what I mean. Gabriel, today, Morocco in play to win, not to concede. Kane to score, both teams to score. Probably going to be a late winner. I ain't going to get it all right. But France have 131 goals at the World Cup now, the 32nd prime. Loads of 32s with England. All right? Loads of 32s. And remember, Argentina won the World Cup 32 years ago. No, they lost it to Germany, actually, didn't they? They lost the World Cup final to Germany 32 years ago. Man City won the Premier League 3-2, last game of the season. 32 years later, we had the 97th Hillsborough disaster death. Last name was Divine. It's 32 rays on the Society of Jesus' logo. Morocco are now 3-2 at the World Cup. Ronaldo stayed on 32 major trophies. I said that would happen. Nobody cares when you get stuff right. I have admitted, Sir Farts a lot, just an embarrassing name. I've admitted, I said I thought England would qualify. What am I saying? Well, I'm denying it. I thought England would qualify. I thought they had the best riddle of the tournament, followed by Argentina, followed by Brazil, which I've been saying forever. Don't mean that Argentina are winning it now, does it? Again, I set myself a goal at the beginning of the tournament that I'm going to wake up thousands of people to show them that this World Cup is satanic and pro sports are not what you think they are and they're all coded. I've done it. We're approaching the semi-finals. I've done it. And I know that there'll be people that question my work now. Question it. Question it. You'll probably ignore the fact that Giroud just scored exactly 42 weeks before his birthday. You're definitely going to ignore that. The last time France played England, it was 3-2 as well. England stayed on 32 World Cup wins. It seems to curse them, that 33. For whatever reason, England seem to be cursed by the 33. All right? Cursed. It's like they could have kept Italy on 33 with that undefeated run, and they didn't. It became 34. So, yeah, France do have the red, white, and blue. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. I'm done with the whole predicting things. I'll watch it play out. I'll watch it play out, and I'll still do the codes for you. But I'm way above. I'm way above decoding sports with the knowledge that I have. So, did you notice right at the end, they had to take off number 5, Stones, for number 7, Grealish, 57. Did you see that, or you didn't notice? Morocco get the 5th win, stay on 7 draws. Qatar gets you 57. And Portugal stayed on 57 points, 57 days before Ronaldo's birthday. Nobody cares. They don't care if they don't win money. They're not even understanding that. When I'm giving them pre-code, what's he saying? Let me make notes. When I tell you exactly what just happened and what played out, most don't care. 5,000 gone, thanks, England. Don, if you bet $5,000 on a sport you know nothing about, brother, then you deserve to lose it. I think you're a legend. If you're betting $5,000 on England, you don't. Well, I know you know a little bit about football, but why are you betting $5,000, mate? That's wild. But again, the knowledge was there, the information was there. If you're going to bet $5,000 on it and lose it, then sorry, mate. I love you to bits, but I don't feel sympathy for you. It was clear the ref handed the match to France. I don't know. That's just all part of the drama. The refs are not in control. How is this damage control? Who are these people? Where's the damage control? I'm revealing the deception. That's all I'm doing. That's what my job is. If people leave my website over a sports tournament, then let them go. Let them go. My audience is going to grow for the right reasons. For about 8 months now, I've been over pro sports, yet my hit rate's so good. I'm over it. I don't watch them. I don't have conversations with them unless I'm involved in these live streams. I don't get involved in the debates like half of you guys do. So I have no interest. I'm beyond sports. And of course, if I didn't have a website, I wouldn't even be acknowledging them. So the opening 2 goals, 17 and 54. I raved on at you because you probably don't pay attention, half of you. I raved on about 54. 54, 54, 54, 54, 54, 54. Kane scores after 54 minutes. Queen died 251st day of the year, the 54th prime. Messi scored in 4 World Cups. Ronaldo 5. All the 5 fours. I go back and listen to it. Say it's damage control. I raved on about 54 and he scored after 54 minutes. And people actually think he's going to get his 54th goal? No, I don't. And if you also think this is a coincidence, Wayne Rooney, superstar for the Red Devils, 53 goals for England. Elizabeth coronated in 53. Harry Kane matched him today. 53 goals, England. All right? You've just had Kane match Rooney's record, 53-53. Giroud now has 53 goals. Okay? Giroud has 53 goals for France. When you do Kane and Rooney, you got 53 plus 53. What does that get you? 106. When was Prince Philip born? 106. When Rooney got his 53rd goal for England, do you know who was the first person to celebrate with him? Do you know the first person to celebrate with him? Harry Kane. Harry Kane, a young Harry Kane. When Rooney got his 53rd goal, Harry Kane was the first player to celebrate with Rooney. Now they both have 53 goals. Neymar goes out of the tournament with 77 goals, matching Pele with 77. So in the same tournament, Neymar is matching Pele 77-77, and now Kane matches Rooney 53-53. That's just a wild coincidence. I kid, I didn't bet. You told me I shouldn't. Cheers, Durrell. I don't think anyone should be betting. Those who are just betting and obsessed with the money, they ain't going anywhere. They ain't ascending. I've told you, I am here to expose these sports, to expose politics, to expose NASA, to expose Satan, to expose the transgender agenda, to expose the military, to expose the monetary system, to expose Hollywood. I'm here doing that. If you want to listen, great. If you don't, piss off and keep betting and see how much profit you make at the end of the year. So France, let's discuss France and their satanic ties. Okay? Let's expose France. Sir Fart a lot. I ain't going to leave here because of any muppet in the chat. I'm going to leave on my own terms. But France won their first ever World Cup, 1998. They beat Brazil 3-0. Okay? 3 times 666 is 1,998. France won their first ever World Cup in 1998. They won it in France, which is the home of the Jesuits. I said, you can't write off France. You just can't write off France. You can't write off these big teams. You can't. And then they win the World Cup in 2018. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. Their federation is the French Football Federation. F, F, F. 6, 6, 6. Okay? They have all the satanic numbers. They win that 2018 World Cup final 4-2. The beast reigns for 42 months. The number of the beast is 666. Giroud gets that winning goal today. Flip that 9. It's 6. I've told you 9 and 8 scored. That's when the Queen died. That's when the Queen died. France are playing Morocco. Check out the war of Morocco and France. Told you how Morocco have all these syncs with France. I still thought England's code was better, but again, Kane scored. Both teams to score. England don't qualify. Future misses for some people. Yeah, I'm the guy who told you the World Series would finish 4-2. I told you the NBA Finals would be 4-2. I also told you the Stanley Cup would be 4-2 before all the seasons began. Ignore that. Choose to ignore that. That's why I said, you come into my life, people. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? I don't know. I don't claim to know everything. I reveal these mind-blowing numbers. So, did Kane miss the penalty on purpose? He's not in control of his actions. None of them are. Zach, if you're here, Hubbard, do you believe... Zach, do you want to get on the show? No debate, no rivalry. Do you want to get on the show and I'll ask you a few questions? We'll speak like men. Nothing controversial. No, I'm better than you. No, this, that. Nothing like that. Two guys who are smart. And I'll ask you a few questions, mate. And we'll have a chat. We'll just have a chat. There's a few questions I want to ask you. You can ask me. You've praised me before. I've praised you. You've hammered me. I've hammered you. All right. This rivalry, which is not really a rivalry, but it's WWE antics from you and I. Let's have a chat. And I want your opinion on a few things. And no way is this a debate. If he wants to debate, we'll have a debate. Whatever he wants. If he wants to hammer me on my own show and try and ruin me, he can do that. The floor is his. So I know a lot of you are like this. And if anyone says, oh, this is pre-planned, this is predetermined. I remember when people used to say I was Zach's cousin. I work for Zach. That's why I have all this knowledge, because Zach's given me it. I work for Zach, or I'm related to Zach. It's like, no, I'm not. Never met him in my life. Hey, Gabriel, how you doing, baby? Yeah, nobody's changing the scripts. Players, in my opinion, are not in control of their actions. Demons are dictating these outcomes. Okay? They possess humans. Surf out a lot is Amani Anani, who I'm beginning to think is either a bot or 7 years old. But I'm gonna keep him in today. I'm gonna keep him in. So you've got France, Morocco. You've got Croatia, Argentina. It ain't great, is it, for those people who are deeply in love with professional football? I think I definitely got out at the right time by not watching it. So I'll go through some of the riddles that I have and what I saw in this game. I told you that, well, I've said numerous times, the world wars super sync with England. They all began on 68-date numerology. Okay? England have now conceded 68 goals at the World Cup. 68 goals. Huge. They stayed on 118 points. That's 11 times 8. Messi's first World Cup goal was after 88 minutes. If they get to the World Cup final, it'll be the 88th game at the World Cup. 88's a big number with Trump. So this Harry Kane penalty, did he slip or something? How bad was it? Zach, shall I call you now? No, I have to call him. I don't know how to set it up where I can get him in where you can see him. All right, let me call him. I think I still have his number. And let's just hear what he has to say. Give me a minute. That's just baffling. I just got my phone because it's on charge. 86%. The year I was born and when Argentina won the World Cup. So Chuck messaged me, you called it, Kane to score. Just know Kane was the first son of Adam and Eve. Kane murdered his own brother. And now Harry Kane's married his own brother. Right, let me find Zach. I think I still have him. Okay. And I don't know where this conversation's going. Let's just see where it goes. All right, here we go. Zach, do you want me to call you on WhatsApp or FaceTime? Let's see if he has. I don't think I have it. All right, Zach, I'm going to call you on, what's it called? Telegram. I'll call you on Telegram. All right, see if this works. I don't think Harry Kane missed on purpose. That's my point. I don't think they're in control. Not sure this is even ringing. Let me try his WhatsApp. All right. I won't. Come on. One moment, guys. All right, let's see if this works.
It worked.
Easy, brother. How you doing?
Oh, hey, hold on. I got to put you on speaker, but
All right.
feedback.
Yeah.
Okay, how's that?
No, I can hear you clearly. You can hear me.
Yeah.
Let me check the chat.
Go with your theme.
Sorry, mate.
For all the people out there who doubt that this stuff is satanic, it absolutely is. And again, England wins their first game 6-2. For people who don't know, I'm sure they do if they follow your channel. The word queen is 62. And again, her reign began on the 6th day of the second month. Her coronation was June 2nd. Queen also has gematria 26. Today, England is eliminated 26 days after Charles' birthday. But just going to your point about Satan, from the day she died, September 8th, to today is 93 days later. 93 is a number strongly associated with Saturn, which to the occult represents Satan. Plus, it's Saturday, the day of the week named after Saturn.
Yeah.
So 93 days later, they're out. If you use numerology instead of Saturn equaling 93, it equals 21. Today leaves 21 days left in the year. I would disagree with you that Harry Kane on the second shot, I'm pretty sure he missed on purpose to keep the score 2-1 on the day leaving 21 days left in the year.
Yeah, I'll say this with your 6-2, which you already know. She was coronated 1953, the 62nd triangular number. And in regards to the 9-3, Gareth Southgate is England's head coach. He was born September the 3rd, which is 9-3. 9 times 3, obviously that gets you 27. And the opening goal scorer, he was born on the 27th day of the year. I want to ask you. So okay, we'll go back to Harry Kane. Harry Kane, or in my opinion, she, but we don't need to discuss that. I don't believe, brother, that these players have control of their actions. I've been doing this a long time now. The rituals are too perfect. Yes, I'm sure technology is involved. I believe that Satan is behind modern day technology. I don't believe for a second that man is behind all of these outcomes in all these sports in every nation going back over a century now, that players are like, okay, I'm going to hit the post from 1 yard. Okay, I'm going to score from the halfway line. Okay, I'm going to do a mid-court three-pointer with 0.1 second left on the clock. I don't believe the coaches are coaching the players at all. They're generally ex-players. They're involved in the black magic of it all. I believe they sell their souls, technically, to Satan. The Baphomet is, you know all about the Baphomet. That's why the 3 goals today, you add up the times, 149, 35th prime. Satan gets you 35, Baphomet 35, Gareth Southgate, the coach, retired at age 35. You know all about JFK, born 149th day of the year, 35th president. It goes on and on and on. With all the 35s, Argentina took their lead against Holland after 35 minutes, 10 minutes before half-time. It's scandalous. It's too perfect, mate, in my humble opinion, to think that all these players, yes, they're members of secret societies, they all work for Satan, whether it's in pro football, soccer, hockey, Hollywood, politics. I will give you this all day long. You are the person that taught me that everything's connected. I'll be forever grateful. You taught me that. Everything in the world of entertainment is connected by a code. 100% agree with you. Where I disagree with you is that these players, coaches, icons, they are completely in control of the antics, and it's almost like they sit down and they script it and they're having meetings. You're going to score at this time, and you're going to get sent off at this time, and you're going to push the ref at this time, and you're going to look at the camera at this time. I'm not having that, Zach, mate. And
well, here,
for me,
let me chime in here. So I don't think we have a disagreement here, because I've been saying for years that I'm pretty sure there is some element of ritual magic to all this. I do think the players are in on it. I think there's several different components to what's taking place. Yeah. But again, I started to believe, I don't like to use the word believe, but I started to believe that there was an element of ritual magic or black magic or magic with a double K, however you want to call it.
Brady said Giselle is a witch, and he won the Super Bowl because of his wife who did spells.
Indeed. But again, before that happened, when I started to think it could be, is when Alex Smith broke his leg in the same place as Joe Theismann on the exact same day, on the exact same hash mark, 33 years to the day.
Exactly, yeah.
And it just happened to be the 322nd day of the year, and the man who broke the leg was J.J. Watt, born on 3/22. So we were looking at that for years and saying, man, that just seems too weird. How do you do that? And it looked like his leg definitely snapped.
Yeah, there's no denying it. Like Paul George. Did you see Paul George snap his leg and come back better than ever? He snapped his leg in about 5 places for the Clippers.
Well, but let me finish the point just about 3/22. So the other year, you had Devin Booker have his nose busted at exactly 3:22 on the clock. And then the thing that was so weird about it was he was playing for the Phoenix Suns, and sitting courtside was the wife of the owner of the Suns, and she just happened to be wearing a T-shirt of Steve Nash, the former Sun, with his nose broken. I mean, what a weird T-shirt to wear. And then of all the times on the clock to have his nose broken, 3:22. And then for people who don't know, again, you have the mention of the tree of life in Genesis 3:22 of the Bible. The tree of life is the physical model for Kabbalah. And again, Kabbalah is where this whole thing of letters and numbers comes from. And again, Genesis 3:22 says knowing good and evil. The evil side of Kabbalah is known as the clip-off. And again, it has to do with sorcery and magic and spellcasting. So, once upon a time, I would have thought all that sounded really silly. But observing those things, and there has been other things that have definitely raised an eyebrow, it just makes me go,
well, the Georgia Guidestones were founded 3/22/1980, came down 42 years later on 7/6 on George Bush Jr.'s 76th birthday. 7 times 6 is 42. The 42nd president of the US, Clinton, who's 76, just like Trump, is all these 76s. Like, did you see, I'm sure you saw it, Brazil got knocked out, big shock. They'd won 666 all-time games. They got knocked out with 76 World Cup wins. 7 times 6 is 42. There's all these 42s. And I know in the past, yourself and other people, and even me, we just say Jesuit equals 42. Freemason equals 42. It's the beast That reigns for 42 months. 42 months is 1,026 days. Kobe died 126 in the 42nd year of his life. Last ever game, he played 42 minutes. His first ever NBA Finals, he won 4-2. The Champions League final was on his 42nd birthday that year, where Bayern Munich beat Paris Saint-Germain 1-0. Paris, the home of the Jesuits, Bayern Munich, the Bavarians, the home of the Illuminati. The last 3 Champions League finals have all finished 1-0, which I think is Satan's number, is 10. I know we'll say God equals 10 as well, but I think this whole matrix that Satan's having us live in, obviously the matrix and computers are made up of 1s and 0s. Messi's number 10, Maradona number 10, Pele number 10. It's just all these numbers. You know, Elgin Baylor died 3-2-2, and then Baylor win the NCAA basketball. And what I'll say about this, I can feel you. I can feel your frustration at times, because just because you lent, and I know you also found stuff for Gonzaga and Baylor, but just because you said Gonzaga have the better riddle and they had a phenomenal riddle, then you're a fraud. No, but then you're a fraud. This is what people do.
Because I know that the number one troll who harasses me all the time has a video out that's a blatant lie. Again, when Gonzaga, so for people who know, I predicted that Gonzaga would have a perfect season and match Indiana because the championship was in Indiana, a few other things. But when the game rolled around, before the game was played, our last live stream, I said, you better hedge with Baylor because Baylor pays 3.5 to 1, and if they win, they'll get their 28th win, and it's the 82nd tournament, and Gonzaga and Baylor both equal 28, and Baylor University's 82. So a lot of people, I mean, because you're in the driver's seat when you're in that position. If you had a $100 future in Gonzaga to win, you're making money if they win. But now you're also in position to bet another 100 on the other side and potentially win 350 off Baylor, which is exactly what.
But people don't like to cover. They don't like to cover. They don't. I've said if you are going to be a guy who bets.
Again, everybody knows the phrase, wise men hedge their bets. And I always encourage hedging when it's smart. And that's why I always teach people to put yourself in the driver's seat. Put together a smart parlay. Then once you're in that last game, if you put down a $10 bet that pays $150 with a parlay and you're waiting on one game, it's smart to bet, say, at least $50 on the other side.
But it's greed, isn't it? The fact is, gambling is greed. I don't gamble. I don't think you do, or you do small bets. I don't know you. But I don't gamble. I was winning tons of money.
You used to gamble.
I used to gamble heavily. I was gambling thousands of dollars a day.
Okay, so I mean, you should clarify that.
I have clarified that numerous times. I was gambling thousands of dollars a day. I was winning a ton of money, and I gave it up because I realized it was more about my energy, not how much money that I had. I was spending my days waking up, coding, speaking to people about coding, watching the games, gambling in play, and then after I'd won or sometimes lost, I'll start coding the games for the day after. I won't ever gamble again. I think it's toxic personally, but I think God's given us free will. If people want to gamble off the information we give them, that's their choice. I think it stunts your growth spiritually, but I did that. I've had my own unique journey. I've been very honest about my journey, but when it comes to gambling, it's Satan. It's a sin. But people can do whatever they want with it. I know at times I can sound very contradicting because I'm putting out codes and those codes are influencing people to gamble, but I ain't putting a gun to people's heads, to be honest with you. And that's the reality of it when it comes to gambling. I'm in this to expose deception. Going back to the 42s, when was Vatican City founded? 42nd day of 1929. When was the Basilica struck by lightning? 42nd day of 2013, right before Francis became the Pope. There's all these 42s, and it's the biggest number right now. 8's very big because 4 times 2 is 8. But there's all these scandalous numbers that are so blatant, but people only care about them if they win money. And that's the issue. You can do the most half-ass decode. If it hits, you're a genius. That was incredible. It's like, no, it wasn't. You can do the most amazing finds, and maybe the outcome is not the way you thought it was going to go. And then it's like, ugh. Like I said, all these 42s. England had all these 42s. What happens? The winning goal is scored by a player whose birthday is in exactly 42 weeks. Come on. Like,
sure.
it's.
I mean, that's the way it plays out again and again.
Yes.
Your thought on England was not bad. England had a narrative. If I'm not mistaken,
a huge one.
They won their 36th World Cup game that they won the championship, and it was on 36 date numerology.
Yeah, well, they won it in 66.
Research, though, is you hard at what the championship date is because it's all about the dates they set it for. And this is the big clue that this is the first ever World Cup to have its final in December. And again, somebody who's a big football fan who just happens to have their birthday the day before
Francis.
turning 86. It's like, what are the odds of that? And again, who I'm talking about is the Pope. And you have to look at the 2014 World Cup. What was that? It was Argentina versus Germany after the Argentinian Pope replaced the German Pope. And a lot of people don't realize this, but Argentina has the biggest German population in South America. And of course, a lot of people say that that's where Adolf really went.
Yeah, there's all the rumors that Hitler cruised off to that winning goal, by the way, was scored by Mario Götze after 113 minutes. We know coronavirus was declared 11-3. It was 113th minute. It was Götze. And a lot of these games just they finish 1-0. More often than not, finals, they build them up. I'm not sure if it's the same as Super Bowls. I'm not that into the NFL. I can code it very well, but I don't watch it. But they build up these finals, World Cup finals, Euro finals, Champions League finals, and they're often anticlimactic. But when it comes to Argentina, I know that the Pope was born in 36. I know he's Argentinian. I know Argentina came in with a 36-game undefeated run. I know that Maradona died with 36 days left in the year. I know he died 24 months and 23 days before the World Cup final, the 360th prime. I can go on all day with the 36. I know 666 is the 36 try, 36, the square root 6. I know all of that. I know Argentina can get the third World Cup, and when you type out 3, it gets you 56. Society of Jesus, 56. Pope, 56. 5 times 6 is 30. The World Cup finals, 12-18. 12 plus 18 is 30. 113, the 30th prime. We can go on. There's so much for Argentina.
That's the narrative you would have chose. I think part of what made you lean the way you did is just being from your nation, which is understandable. I got to get off here, but I want to make one more point. Again, just about things being evil and satanic. I don't think I've heard you talk about it today, but the big story is the death of the football journalist, or the soccer journalist, as we would call him in the U.S., Grant Wall. Again,
yeah, he died at age 49, the day that Man United just lost 1-0 to a 49th minute goal. Yeah.
I thought he just turned 48.
No, I'm saying it was 49 that he died at 49, the article I read.
Oh, okay. Everything I've seen showed that he was born in 74. But here's what a lot of people overlook. So he was doing the Argentina-Netherlands game.
Yep.
Or he was at the side of the field when he collapsed. So they're saying he died early this morning at the hospital. Today's the day that we call, for people who don't know this, the kill day. Once a month there's a day that we call the kill day, because that's gematria of 44 and 64. Right, say numerology of 44 and 64, matching the gematria of kill, which equals 44 and 64. His surname Wall equals 44 and 64. And it was Argentina-Netherlands. That was the championship 44 years ago, won by Argentina, and Argentina equals 44. And of course, their manager's 44 years old. So also
the referee, just so you know, Argentina won the first ever World Cup final in 1978. And like you said, Argentina's coach was born in 78, is now 44. Well, the referee of that game was born in 44, and he's now 78. France just beat England with a 78th minute goal. That's the year Kobe was born. 7 times 8 is 56.
Qatar 78, Jesuit 78, huge number with them. And I think Joseph in the chat just wrote the next thing I just say. His name, Grant Wall, equals 104 and 41, like World Cup. And this World Cup also began on the day leaving 41 days left in the year, November 20th. Yesterday you had Croatia upset Brazil on the leader of Croatia's, the president of Croatia's 41st day of his age. Just last week, that international headline about Pele being on his deathbed came 41 days after his birthday.
Yeah, he's sending out Instagram posts on his deathbed. It's hilarious.
Yeah, and, in the time of the World Cup, Brazil had an international headline mass shooting at a school. Pele's dying. It's just like, come on, man. I mean, since when is there an international headline about a Brazil school shooting?
It's because they have Christ the Redeemer statue, and they just mock Christ, constantly mock Christ. And Brazil had all the 22s. They're the first team to qualify for 22 World Cups. Their captain signed for Paris Saint-Germain, the home of the Jesuits, 222 million euros. The coach was born with 220 days left in the year. So, of course, they put them out with 22 days left in the year. That's the thing, Zach. We'll see that a team or a club or whatever has a huge affiliation with a specific number. Argentina's number is 36 in this World Cup. Brazil's was 22. They put Brazil out with 22 days left in the year. They put them out with 22 days left in the year. All these 36s with Argentina. Watch them end up losing the final to a 36-minute goal.
The championship in 22 is that they're already 2-1 in World Cups. So I was thinking, if they make it, they'd be 2-2. And again, the Jesuits are from France, like the first Jesuit Pope was Pope Francis. I do have to get off, Adam, but yeah, I just wanted to come on because I know how it is when you get something wrong, how all the haters just come out of the woodwork.
Oh no, I'm past all of that. I can deal with that. I'll just keep exposing. That's my goal. I'll expose, and anyone who thinks that you and I are gonna predict every single thing that happens in the universe, they're just giving us a lot of credit, mate. If they're disappointed when we're wrong, it just shows you how good we are, I guess. That's how I see it.
Sure, and for all the haters out there that just love to comment when somebody's wrong about something, I mean, you better take a look in the mirror and ask yourself what kind of person you are, because unless you're doing a better job, I guess you don't have any grounds to talk. So.
Yeah, they don't have YouTube channels. They're not going about trying to help people with it. They just want it for selfish gains, most people. The real ones are there for the knowledge, and that's the reality. And I'm aware of that. I just, at this point, I focus on what I do. I know how good I am. I can come across a bit arrogant at times. I'm working on that. I know it's a weakness of mine. But it can get frustrating when you can literally call 8 out of 10 games right, and they'll just destroy you for the 2 you got wrong. They won't say anything like the Buccaneers. I had the Bucs to win that. They became ridiculous odds in play. I don't know if you did, but that game finished 16-17, the 33rd pentagonal number. 3 days later, it's 16-17, the 33rd pentagonal, 33 points. What's that?
He became 6-6, 666 days after winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, and also...
13, Revelation 13 to 6 prime. Yeah, I like them, and I like the Rams a lot. They were a huge underdog. I like the under. Again, this knowledge, you won't hit everything, but you'll hit. If you're good with this knowledge, you will win a lot more than you lose.
For sure, if you bet and you're losing money, yeah.
But a lot of people in this world are already addicted to gambling, and every day they're going out buying lottery tickets and just betting on whoever their guess was going to win. To me, it's like if you're going to gamble, you better have this knowledge because it's going to save you a lot of money, and it can also teach you how to bet smart and bet small and win big, and that's the way to play. So, you know.
Well, yeah, Brady won Super Bowl 55, 666 days before becoming 6-6. The day Brazil got the 666 all-time win, and Brady became 6-6 on his daughter's 10th birthday. Satan gets you 10. He's been in 10 Super Bowls. He wore 10 at Michigan. He won Super Bowl 55, the 10th Fibonacci triangular number, and he did all of this on his daughter's 10th birthday. Like, come on, man. But people don't, but they don't care. But if they won on the books, I'm a genius. But they don't care about that. If Bucks would have lost and dropped to 5-7, which is enormous, by the way, 57, enormous, especially at this World Cup, people would have dismissed all the other stuff. And that's what's tragic. But it's not tragic. It's up to them.
For all the people out there, again, learn the knowledge. We talk about streaks in 14. It's NFL Week 14. I knew the Rams were coming back down 14.
The odds said that as well, right at the end.
Week 14. Again, their losing streak ends. The Raiders' winning streak ends to start 14. LA equals 14. TNF, what they call Thursday Night Football, 14. You learn these numbers. You learn this knowledge. You see how helpful it can be.
Yeah, that Brady. Okay, sorry.
Keep up the good work. And yeah, the thing about your videos that I will give you some criticism is almost every time I tune in, I know I don't have to listen for more than 5 minutes before it's coming out of your mouth that you're the greatest decoder of all time. And again, it's good to have confidence in yourself, so keep it up. But remember, Adam, you're talking about Satanism, and then you're saying things like that. The first tenet of Satanism
ego, I know.
is all about you. It's all about worshiping yourself.
No, I promise you, I do have an ego, and it's something I'm working on. But 9 times out of 10, I am very humble. There are times where I do snap, and I'll go on and like, there's nobody that does as much as I do, and yeah, there's that. But again, we're living in a world of sin. I'm working on it every day on my ego, which was outrageous, especially before the knowledge. Crazily, my ego was bigger before this. I'm working on it, but I'm doing this for the right reasons. I think people who truly know me absolutely know I'm doing it for the right reasons. And I will work on that, absolutely. I think both of us, Zach, have to work on that. We're both pretty arrogant at times. It's hard having all this knowledge and people coming at you to keep your mouth shut and go, okay, all right, sure. It's hard if you got that testosterone in you and that passion within you to not snap occasionally, but more often than not, mate, I am pretty down to earth. I know my live streams are long. I don't rave on every 2 minutes about how good I am. Trust me.
All right, well, keep up the good work, and yeah, sounds
You
like
too.
you're already not listening to haters, so that's something you gotta have if you're gonna be on the tube, because there's just haters everywhere.
Oh yeah, you got to deal with them. Yeah, it's part of the game. It's all part of the show. Got to have villains in a movie, baby.
Sure. And by the way, somebody wants a lot of attention in your chat. Kathy, just stop. Kathy, you know it's true. You called me and asked to stay at my house. I said, sorry, I can't do it. Sweet lady's not up for it. The minute that happened, you've been trashing me online ever since. That's not a lie. Those are just facts. So anyway, all right.
Okay. All right, mate.
Have a good one.
Take care. Bye. Just so you know, I have nothing but love for Kathy. My experience with Kathy, I think she's a wonderful woman, but I don't know exactly what went on with her and Zach. I know I've heard different stories, but I think Kathy's a wonderful woman. So again, what Zach and I just did there, probably should do it more often. We have disagreements. He thinks this about me. I think that about him. But we both have a lot of knowledge to share. You might not like my personality or his or whatever it is. But it is true. This knowledge is very sacred, and you can use it in so many ways. It's just like with food. You can give 100 people the same ingredients. Doesn't mean the quality of the food's going to be the same or they're going to cook the exact same dish. So what I'm doing here is not me trying to cover my back. There's nothing to cover. I've exposed the World Cup. I'm not going to say better than anyone in the world. It's hard for me not to. But I've exposed the World Cup. I'm changing people's lives. I'm having them not watch sports anymore, not gamble, spend more time with the family, get rid of all their jerseys and stuff, not take the kids to the games. All right, I've helped with all of that. I'll continue to help with that. People telling me that I've led them to God is the biggest compliment you can give me. And there will always be haters, like you said. It's always going to be haters. And like I said, every movie needs a good villain. But I come here practically every day. I code. I make predictions. I'll tell you what happened after it happened. And I talk about a range of stuff. So I'll keep doing it. You're here for a reason in the chat to listen to me talk. It's a Saturday. You could be doing so many things. Just saying it's 2:51, the 54th prime. Sunak, 42 years old. England's prime minister. Just the 42. That's what it's all about. It doesn't really matter who lifts that trophy at the end of it. It's going to trigger World War III. Whether it's France, Morocco, Croatia, Argentina, who all have these war themes, it's going to trigger World War III. And that's when things are going to get very interesting for people. Very interesting. So, yeah, guys, check out Joseph Aquaviva 2222. That's his YouTube channel. It's very good. Decoding with Cody is very good. He said he's on Vikings versus the Ravens in the Super Bowl. Again, who knows? If you're right, good stuff. People think Brady's winning it again. People think Mahomes is going to go win it. People think the Bills. It's just the Packers. I like the Packers. I thought the Packers had a really good riddle. They're having a very poor season. Doesn't mean the riddle wasn't good pre-season. Doesn't. You can't be like, no, it don't mean anything. It does. All the numbers that we present, or I present, have importance. They have importance. It doesn't always mean you're going to determine who's going to win. Thanks, guys. Need to go and spend the money I won. How much did you win, Javi? Buffalo is the Queen City, but then you've got the Bengals are connected to the Queen. It's Cincinnati. You can't write them off either, but whatever. Yeah, I did feel like this score was going to be 2-1. I said it, 2-1 with 21 days left in the year. The Queen got married at age 21. England won the World Cup 21 years after winning the war. The Church of Satan was founded exactly 21 years after Hitler died. A lot of 21s. Just hello, Donny boy. It all makes sense now that 10 times your regular amount. What did you do, Javi? You bet on France? Ben White, I've told you the first horseman, enough for beers and chips. I think I might go out tonight. I'll be intrigued to see if people have left my website. If you have left my website after England going out of the World Cup, I really hope to God you never come back to my website, if that's what you've done. I hope you never come back. So Ben White was the first England player to go home. All right? Ben White plays for Arsenal. He wears number 21 for England, number 4 for Arsenal. Queen's birthday, 21-4. Number 21 got sent home. I'm going to write this down. Give me a moment. Actually, I'll say it. Number 21, Ben White, got sent home. Nobody knows why. Family problems or something. Number 21 of England gets sent home, and then England gets sent home on the day leaving 21 days left in the year. There we go. Still going to bring out this World Cup book. It's kind of good. I was going to say amazing, but got to be careful with that ego. It's all right, guys, is this World Cup book. Ben White was sent home. No, he wasn't sent home. Ben White left the England squad during the tournament. He wears number 21 for England. England was sent home on a day leaving 21 days left in the year. England who sent him on a day leaving 21 days left in the year. So that's why White went. That's why Ben White went. Number 21. And then England go with 21 days left in the year. I'll do about another 30 minutes. Now I'm going to jump in the shower. Wait a second. That's so funny. 4 people signed up today. This is the most I've ever lost in a day. 4 people signed up. 7 cancelled. 47. 7 left because England haven't won the World Cup. Those people, which will come back, you're leaving this sacred knowledge that I give out every single day about a range of topics because a team didn't win a World Cup. Even though I told you both teams would score, Kane would score, there's probably going to be a late winning goal. It's really sad. This is what I mean. Satan will have people dismiss this knowledge unless they win money from it. And those people, God bless you. God bless you. And I think, baby truthers, that's all they are. And then they'll send me an email in 2 weeks. I'm so sorry I left. I'm so sorry I left. I'm going to come back now. I was just a bit emotional after what happened with England. It's like, keep giving your energy and emotions to these Satanists. Do it. And bet money you can't afford on games that you know nothing about. Giroud's 36 years old, guys. 666, the 36th try. He played in England. They had to have him play in London, where England, Queen Elizabeth resided. He was with Chelsea and Arsenal. The Queen supported Arsenal. Her mother supported Arsenal. Arsenal's connected to war. That's why they're called the Gunners. So, no, I'm just going to... 4 people signed up today, 7 left. 7's the 4th prime. I always talk about 74. England, told you that number could go against them. I didn't like it. It was a 74th World Cup game. Their king is 74 years old. So today, I knew some people would leave. I lose 7 and gain 4. 7-4. It's just coded, man. Even that. Watch somebody just sign up now to make it 5-7, all the 57s. Like Ronaldo went out 57 days before his birthday, keeping Portugal on 57 points. Watch somebody just sign up right now for the 5-7. Super Bowl 57. The regular season ends a span of 57 days after the World Cup final. Just crazy. UFC, I don't care about two guys running around an octagon trying to kill each other. I've got no interest in that. Money is a festering wound, yet if I had a community of people, which I feel like it's at least half of them, if I had a community of people who truly cared about the truth and believed in revelation and wanted to just grow spiritually, I'd love it. I'd rather have half the amount of people. I've said this. I made this very clear. I'd rather have 150 people all in with the knowledge and going on my website every day going, how's he going to blow my mind today? How am I going to learn today? How am I going to grow today? Rather than have 300, 400 people and have 60% of them. I wonder who he's coded today. I wonder who he's got for the NBA today. Can you look into this game? Who's winning semi-final? Those people, you're there because you want to be. It's your choice. I'm hoping that those people disappear almost from the website. One of the most beautiful aspects of this journey has been realizing I don't need much to be happy, to be content. I don't need a lot. And I know there's people that said you need to push your website more. You need to get it out there. You need to promote it even more. Every time you're in a live, promote. You should be getting 600 members, 700. I don't need to look at it that way. I just want a group of people where I learn from them, they learn from me. And if we do the sports along the way, and you might have a little flutter here, a little flutter there, not where it's going to break your heart like the 7 people who left me, probably crying into their drink. This is deep, guys. This is big. It's revelation. It's very revelation. Nice Freemasonic hand signal, Adam. What did I do? Can I do anything without a person in the chat having a go? Somebody called out my heart. Now I'm doing Freemasonic hands. There's a lot of Freemasonic hand signals, brother. Which one did I do? When is the war starting? I don't know. I think 2023, 2024, those around that time. I don't know the exact date. I'm not even going to try and do an exact date. I'm going to be not as specific. Like I said, the Queen would die at 96 when she was 94. Then you're trying to push it and get the date. And I think a part of that was ego. Half of it was I want to do something that's so incredible that the whole community can't ignore it. But I know at this point from doing what I've done, I am very confident in saying I could have predicted the Queen going at 96 on the exact date and say England won the World Cup, and still, I think the majority would still dismiss what I did. But this is the guy who also said that France were going to beat Morocco and they didn't. So how can we trust him? I'm at that point where I'm fully aware, whatever I do, however good it is, however clean it is, it's not going to be enough for certain people. It's written in the Bible that only the minority are going to be the true believers that are going to see it. I'm one of those people. So I don't need to prove myself now. I'll keep exposing it. You can be on my side. You can be against me. You can be in between. I know my worth. I know my value. I know my gifts. I know my knowledge. And that's all I got to say about that, baby. Who's going to win the World Cup now, Adam? I think probably England. Who do you think? I think England are probably going to win the World Cup. What about you, Soul Power? My money's on England, I think. Maybe the United States of America. They've got a good riddle as well. Actually, you know what? Maybe Tampa Bay Buccaneers could come away with the World Cup. I don't know. There's a lot of good riddles. I'll probably stick with England. I think England will win World Cup. How did Brazil and England do, Adam? They did great. It was a wonderful spectacle for the fans. A carnival of entertainment at the World Cup. He should have known straight away the fact that this World Cup was in Qatar, that it was a ritual. Hello, Soul of Cinder, baby. They've put the World Cup in Qatar, who had no history of football. They were building stadiums there that they didn't have, and people were dying. They put the World Cup in the winter, which connects to the Pope, which I told you all ages ago. They put it in a country that's dead against the LGBTQ community, where you can't drink, all the women's rights, or lack of women's rights. So just by seeing that, you should have seen how corrupt it all is and how it all syncs up with the end times if you understand the book of Revelation, which most of you don't. You never read it. Will Croatia beat Argentina? I don't know. At this point, I don't know. The beginning and middle of this World Cup, I was exceptional. I still am in play. If I'm wrong, I get it right in it most of the time. But I don't know who's going to win, and I don't care. If they do France-Croatia again, mockery. France-Argentina, that'll be one for the fans. Probably like you, who still loves it. If they do Morocco-Croatia, I'll probably giggle. I'll have to giggle and laugh. Remember Shakira's song, "It's time for Africa." Bam, ba-dum, ba-dum, It's time for Africa. Is it time for Africa? Is it time for an African nation to win it? Might be. Seeing the coach running around with the flag with the pentagon on. Seeing the player do this. The number 19. Maybe it's time for Africa. Maybe it is. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. I'm not even going to come on a live and say, I think this nation's going to win it. I'm not. I don't know. I was very confident in England, maybe overly confident, and they're gone. My beloved England are gone. And Zach, although we had a good conversation, hand on my heart, Zach, I did not code England because I'm English. I do not watch any of these games. I don't care. If England would have won it, there would have been no national pride. All right? I wouldn't have been going around in my England shirt. You saw me. I was doing a live during it. It was England-France in the quarterfinal of a World Cup. And I was doing a live stream. The odds were suspect. I told you all, why were France decent favourites? Why were they even favourites? It didn't make any sense to me, to be honest. Morocco is all black magic. Yep. Well, Morocco play in the African Cup of Nations, don't they? Which Senegal just won. So we can say it's not Africa, this, that, and the other. But they play in the African Cup of Nations. Okay. Atlas was the king of Atlantis. Atlantis was all black magic. Morocco is black magic with the pentagram star. Good knowledge. You have an answer for every number. Yep, I'm gifted. Father, my bestie, gracious words are a honeycomb, sweetness to the soul and health to the bones. Proverbs 16:24. Yep, Coca-Cola England had a great code. There's no denying it. If any of you read my World Cup book, you'll see the information that I've put together. And for a lot of people, it'll go over their head, and it's fine. It's fine. That ain't my issue. Other people are going to read it and have their mind blown. Plants. Everything for me has an energy. Jack Grealish snubbed again. Yeah. Well, he didn't really do anything for Man City. That's all people say. He didn't really do a lot, did he? I'm going to go in a few minutes. The fact he still does these live streams, even if his codes don't hit, deserves massive respect. Exactly. Thank you. You don't see me running away or hiding away. I do codes. More of them hit. Far more of them hit. That's why people are so flabbergasted when I'm wrong. So I don't hide. I don't shy away. I always get better. I liked England. They ain't winning it. In the beginning of the tournament, I said, put your money on England, Argentina, or Brazil. If one of them win, you get a nice profit. If Argentina don't win it, I told you all, I'll put my hands up. I told you all of this. Go back and listen. I'll put my hands up. I got it wrong. If one of those nations don't win it, 2 out of 3 are gone. If Argentina don't win it, then I'm really got it wrong with the winner of it. If Morocco win it, nobody would have predicted that. Croatia, nobody would have predicted that. France, a lot of people. A lot of people. So, yeah, I don't run away. I don't hide. If I ever had a bad game playing football, give me the ball. Give me the ball. I wasn't the guy who was like, I'm having a bad game. Please don't give me it. Don't give me it. Hiding. Give me the ball. That's who I am. That's my personality. Intimidates people. So, Queen's death and numbers have been wasted. No, they haven't. The Queen's numbers will still be used. The Queen's numbers were all involved in this game, but it went for France. If you understand the Queen's numbers, it's going to help you code this reality. Queen Elizabeth, guys, one of the most famous people in the world, her numbers were huge. All these goats or famous people, they're all connected by the same code. The same numbers appear. So learning the Queen's numbers is not a waste of time just because England didn't win the World Cup. That's not how it works. What are you using the knowledge for? To make a quick buck? Maybe. Most people, that's why they're using this knowledge. Not for me. This knowledge has led me to God, whatever happens to me. Whatever happens to me. Don't get greater than that. So I'm going to get off and I'm going to go out tonight, I think. Probably see Kenya. FIFA's not rigging it, mate. FIFA's not rigging it. Satan controls FIFA. FIFA are not behind these outcomes. They want you to believe that FIFA are rigging it. And FIFA chose Qatar to make money. They own the monetary system. They own the monetary system. Why do they need to make more money? Again, people can't comprehend that. God always wins. Love it, Dan, baby. So, guys, if you're on my website and you're still there and you're there for the right reasons, much love. If you left today, good luck on your journey. God bless you. And thanks for everything. And let's see what happens in these semi-finals. I'm going to be delighted when this World Cup's over. I'm looking forward to getting that book done. All right, cheers, guys. Bye, Soul Power 75. There's a kiss for you on this beautiful, glorious Saturday. Bye-bye.